Oh, paging. 1, 2, 3, paging. Testing. There we go. Good morning, Dark Horse. Good morning. Good morning, Juan Jose. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Jay Bird. Sup, Stu Yo. I need to accept your coaching sessions, Stu Bird. By seeing your name, I remembered. Jay Bird has requested a session. Work September 16th. That's my sister's birthday. Jaybird. It's not letting me accept your other request. Oh, maybe you changed your request. Do you only have one request? When's your birthday? My birthday is June 2nd. Ah, I see. Okay. Gotcha. I actually need to craft my fantasy team. How do I go to general? Like, how do I go? I feel like these stats are really good for Maposhka. How do I go to all three players? Because before I was re-rolling all three. I definitely don't want First Blood. Roshan kills. Okay. Yatoro will probably get those. Randomly increase 2 qualities. No, I don't want that. Reroll trait for 1 random blue. Oh, it's the trait. Ah. No, I don't want to reroll the vampiric. That seems really good. I don't want to do that. Benevolence not horrible. I can do this one. Here, 5. Augers. Okay, this one's really good. Creep score here is really good. Because it only vampirics this one. Reroll quality of blue. Quality for red. Stat for green. I would like to reroll the stat for green over here. Courier kills. That's not the greatest. Baboshka ma baboshka. Reroll trait for blue. Provides a 20% bonus to the stat of adjacent ones. Okay, that's fine, actually. Reroll stat. We would like to reroll this stat. Oh, come on. Reroll quality. Reroll trait. No, I don't want to do that. Reroll trait for one random blue. We can do this one. Boing! Fuck! Okay, we can do this one over here. Damn it! I mean, it got me to 4 here. Reroll stat for first green emblem. Oh! The first red... Oh! Okay, I can do this. Boing! No! Dude! Reroll traits. No. Reroll stat. Yes, I want to reroll this. Dude, come on, man. Reroll quality for blue. We'll do this. Doink! Okay. Quality for green. Trait for green. Trait for blue. Doink! Dude, come on. Roll stat for the last green. Yes. 15 points for every second the player stuns an enemy. Shaker mid's pretty popular. I might leave that one. That. Yes, I want to reroll that. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Trait. Oh, I want to get rid of this over here. There we go. Doink. Ooh. It's not the best to get Vampiric in the middle, though. Reroll quality for red. Randomly increase 2 qualities and reduce 1. I think we do it on this one. Doink! Oh, 2 tier 5s, dude. Let's go. We'll do courier kills or reroll trait. Oh, no, we'll do courier kills. Doink. I don't want tormentor kills. You fucking kidding me, dude? What about this one? Reroll quality for red. Stat for the first green. Okay, yeah. Reroll stat. Boink. Dude, I feel like the ones that are like wait. 11% when playing the last possible match of a series. When playing a red hero. I don't want the Divine Thief. Like, what the fuck? 15% when the player's hero's chosen first. Oh, I see. These come together. 19% when playing blue, 7% in games where the player has the most assists. Bearded or fuzzy hero? Not Maposhka heroes. I don't think you really pick supports first nowadays. Oh. Uses the most voice lines. I would say out of all these, it's this, but I don't think he's gonna lose either, so I don't want to do that. Okay, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna re-roll his titles because he's not gonna have short games. I don't like this whole like colored hero shit. Like, heroes chosen last. No. I don't like any of this. Tipped. I mean, I would go with this one for now. Red Hero Rampage. I feel like these are generally fine. But I'll use one to see what I can get. I guess I have to re-roll it. 25% when the player has an Arcana equipped. That's so random, dude. When playing an int hero, when he's tipped, dude, people tip GPK a lot. GPK, the even keeled. in my bra. Any player dies to the tormentor. I mean, it's probably this one. I'm thinking GPK Puck right now. Reroll trait. Vampiric and friendly. 50% of the stat bonus if there are at least 3 friendly emblems on the war banner. Ah. That's a bit tough. Reroll stat for blue. Stat for green. Yeah, I don't want the first blood one, dude. Stuns? That's probably fine. Reroll quality for blue. Trait for green. Quality for blue. We'll go for it here. Doink! Stats for red. Don't want that. Trait for blue. Quality for the last red. No. Trait for blue? Sure. Unique. And vampiric. We don't want the stuns to be vampiric. We need to get rid of that. Trade for the first blue. That's fine. That for the blue. Oh. Quality of 1 random. Nice! Fucking go. That for green. Trade for 1 random blue. Quality for blue. Oh yeah, we can do this here. Reroll stat. I mean, I'm down to get rid of the stuns, I think, on Aposhka. Dude, I don't want the fucking first blood, dude. Okay, we're back. Reroll quality for red. No. Yeah, we'll get rid of the first blood. Ugh. I'm just going to leave it at courier kills. That seems better than Roshan kills, actually. So Benevolent is good in the middle, because it gives an extra 40%. Great for blue. Great for one random blue. Friendly, incorruptible, no. Randomly increase 2 qualities and reduce 1. No. Great for blue, yes. Benevolent. No! No! Quality, yes. Give me out. Nice. That, how many do I have left? 10? That. I think I don't want stuns on GPK. There has to be something better. Team fight. I mean, he's going to participate a lot. That's good enough for me. I don't really understand exactly like how this works, but that's fine. Trait for these is definitely good to reroll. Quality for red emblems. No. Trait for blue. Yeah, I want this. Dude, that's literally the worst one. Oh, no. Reroll stat for green. I'm down to reroll his Roshan kills. Why? Stat? Stat. Yeah, I'm down to reroll stat. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah. I actually really need to reroll these traits. Okay. Benevolent, whatever. Reroll stat for first green. Gosh darn it. I guess that's not too bad. Quality of red stat. I don't think Maposhka's killing couriers. Sure, man. Quality for blue. Great. No. 3 tokens left. No! Yes. No! Rough. Okay. We have this wasted fucking quality thing here, which sucks. Yeah. Wrecked, not wrecked. Is there a reason you're spamming about Chylon Qual? Is there a reason? Olamus, thanks for the 40 months. And Lacertus, thanks for the 51. As a BSJ fan, my boy CLQ is the bigger man. I understand. I appreciate you letting me know how you feel about it. See. Nothing, I'm just drunk. Fair enough. Oh, somebody redeemed 5 bishops. You been winning? Yeah. We're on a pretty consistent climb right now. Do you feel like you can still play Visage? I haven't seen a single Visage. So, all I know is he's not picked in my games. I was wondering why my shit wasn't on cooldown. It's because I had not unchecked it. Dude, why am I suddenly struggling to press buttons? I am not dating Kamikaze anymore, no. I'm not gonna bother shift queuing the rock throw because I think by the end of the ult, I might throw the rock differently than I would at the start of the ult. So I don't think shift queuing the rock throw is good. Suck. Sup, pug in a knit rug. Sup, dog. I have a question for chat. General question. If somebody says like, hey, bud. Like they use the word bud. Like, sup, bud. How you doing, bud? How do you guys interpret the word bud? What does the word bud mean to you? I'm actually curious. Like, as opposed to like, hey, man. Or like, sup, man. Instead of like, sup, bud. Like, how do you view the word bud? Makes me cringe a bit. You feel like sometimes it's used in a passive-aggressive way. It's different in cultures. I don't ask what it's different in cultures. I'm asking you. What's the point of you telling me it's different? I'm asking you. Bud shouldn't be negative, but it can be used as such. Friendliness may be out of habit of the culture where they live. Context matters. Depends on tone, but it is almost aggressive. Okay. I'm Australian. That's the second worst thing you can call us. I assume cunt's the first. Interesting. If you feel like they're calling you a young child, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, my overall takeaway is across multiple times, I've heard people say that there's like a negative connotation to the word bud. And for me, it's just like one of those things where I've always used bud the same way, like interchangeably with like sup man. Like I've always used it interchangeably, but after hearing enough people just associate it negatively, I've determined it's probably just better to not use the word. I was just curious. It seems like there's enough percentage of chat that views it negatively, so. So yeah, I'll get with the times. And I'll stop using the word bud. You would never say bud to someone you consider a friend. Like, I say it all the time, but like I said, I'm no longer going to do that. Bro is way better. I mean, better is a weird way to word it, right? I don't really like the idea of better. But I can understand that people have a negative connotation to the word bud, so I will keep it chill. What about buddy? I don't use the word buddy. Like, I don't say sup buddy. Actually, I guess I sometimes do. Not very often, though. If someone calls me bud or champ, it's fucking hands on sight. Interesting that people have such a stark reaction to a word. Like, bud for me is like such a neutral word. So interesting. Sub dog? I mean, I'll still say sub dog. I don't say it very often, but it's more of a like, kind of like a sub dog. Like, you know, it's like sub bruh. You know? Buddy slash bro is way better than buddy. Bud. Do you think buddy is better than bud? Interesting. Also, still interesting that you guys use the word better. Bud means that we're unequal. It's so interesting that that is your guys' interpretation of bud. Same with puss and pussy. I don't feel like I use the word puss, like, ever. How do you feel about hello, my friend? I'd say that's a lot about tone. But, like, if it's in typing, then I wouldn't... Like, if I hear Mason say my friend, like... I think you know what I mean. If I hear anyone else that I don't know, or I do know, it's probably... completely neutral, I'd say. Like, you're saying, hey, friend. I'm not saying it to someone I'm unfamiliar with. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about saying it to people I somewhat know, for sure. I guess I say it to people that are in my community as well. Like, I say it as somebody who I think I have some degree of rapport with, and I generally assume that I have rapport with my community, like people who are in my Discord and stuff. The discussion is because I called Jenkins bud, and somebody told me that I'm basically a douchebag for using the word bud, which is interesting. I mean, for me, it's like, I definitely see there's a difference between calling your friends and somebody random bud, but I feel like if I'm being friendly, I would rather just have like one or two words I use. I don't really want to distinguish between friends and like non-friends if I'm just being friendly, you know what I mean? Like, if it's a word I can only use with friends, I'd rather just not use it. Does Jenkins mind that you call him bud? Oh, he never said anything, so I assume no. Maybe I feel that way because I feels like you don't want to put in the effort to finish the word buddy. I guess then you would be bothered by like every slang word ever? There's a lot of slang that cuts off syllables. It's literally all about context. Is there a word that you can say to somebody that is completely neutral? Is it just man? Sup, man? Like, if I say sup, man to you, is there any way you can take that negatively? Like, would anybody in chat take the word man negatively? I feel like sup, pal could be also interpreted the same way that sup, bud could be. Sup, dude? Oh, yeah, dude is fine. Yeah, dude is good. What's up, mate? Mate's not an American word. Like, we just don't say mate. That's like a British Australian word for sure. A lot of people aren't into dude. Okay. I feel like if I said sup dude to a guy, I would be shocked if they took that negatively. I think man and dude are probably the two best. I say sir a lot. I say sir as well, but that's usually if I'm like being a bit more formal, I would say. Sir is definitely like more of like, hello, sir. Like I'm trying to like have a discussion with somebody. I wouldn't say like, sup, sir. Like, how you doing, sir? It's like a friend. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't. You could just use their name. I don't know. I don't really like that either. Call him esteemed gentleman. Hello, esteemed gentleman, sir. If I hear someone I'm not acquainted with say, hello, buddy, I'm not expecting something nice to follow. I see. That's fair. I mean, at the end of the day, if enough people are using it in a context of, like, lecturing you or condescending you, then I don't want to use the word, because I don't want you to feel like I'm... If I can easily avoid you thinking I'm condescending you, then I will do that. What does ChatGPT say? I don't really care about what ChatGPT says on this one, I'd say. I'd rather hear you guys. You like bruv? Bruv is that an Australian? Like, what is bruv? Is that British? I feel like I mean, Americans don't say bruv. Maybe like Southern Americans say bruv? I've been watching Love is Blind UK with my girlfriend, and it's funny because before that, the only person I really ever heard say in it would be Owen, because I don't talk to British people too often. But I've heard the word in it more in the last week than I've heard in my entire fucking life. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Are the games you can spectate below the threshold? I can spectate games that I have a friend in. So one of these guys is my friend. I don't even know who, but one of them's my friend. Oh, this guy. Oh, it's Eki. Is OD Pixel the only British talent you hang out with? I'd say he's the only one I'm close to. I got to know Nomad a bit better at EWC. I worked with Nomad for the first like 4 or 5 days. Who else is left? Like Tigov? Oh, Pyrian, of course. Yeah. I feel like Pyrian doesn't say in it. I haven't worked an event with Tigov in like years. I remember the last time I worked with Tigov. He works for PGL most of the time, and I work for ESL most of the time. He also works with Blast.
I sense distortions in the void.
Went to college near Slacks and met him in DreamHack in Denver. Nice. Interaction Slacks is the hypest person at PI always. That Slacks is wild. See if YouTube chat's got something to say. I still have not had time to make my YouTube chat and Twitch chat the same. Up my absolute unit of a GigaChat acquaintance. Yes. You still do coaching? Yes, I do. You know what happened to Miracle? I believe he drank too many Red Bulls. I believe was what happened to Miracle. Too many cigarettes and too many Red Bulls. The catapult aggroes the tower when the tower hits something near it, so like we can rewind to this catapult and talk about its behavior. It like aggroes onto towers a bit easier. But where is it here? Maybe the tower attacks a hero? Huh. I feel like... I actually don't know why I did that. Why did it do that? Oh, maybe because its last attack on the tower was right here, so the tower attacked an ally and there was nothing, no creeps between it? Huh. Yeah, catapults are... It's funny because I just know the catapult's gonna do that. Like, I just know it's gonna do that. I actually can't explain to you off the top of my head why it does that. You're not going to Hamburg? No, sir. No TI for me. Does it happen to you where you try to pull creeps behind your towers, not flanking your range creep just says fuck it and walks to safely in tier 1 tower? Yeah, it's because you got to keep within its 500 range. Yeah, it's definitely has to do with the aggro range. If the creep loses sight of you and then you're outside of 500 range when it gains sight of you again, then it will turn around. I see Meepo a decent amount. Meepo's fucking toxic as shit. Who do you like to learn from? Right now I'm not really learning from anybody. I don't really feel the need to like study other people right now. Meepo game yesterday was tough. Yeah, but we took him down. Fucking piece of shit Meepo players. I really hope he picks this guy so I can play carry. If that guy gets picked, I get to play carry. Not a bit awkward. Maybe I get to play offlane actually. You really gonna skip this guy? This is like 1,000 MMR difference. Fucking Christ. An I3? No. I'm not the best. Thank you, sir. Is that actually Zhao 8? Augers. Don's banned. We give ourselves an axe. Hope he doesn't pick Pudge. Well, that sucks. Would not like to play axe with Pudge. Safe lane Wind Ranger. Okay. I guess I'm in the high MMR meta now. I assume we are on the EU servers. Yes, I have lived in the Netherlands for 4 years. And I continue to live in the Netherlands. Is Ruin Dota a carry player or is that a core player? Safe lane Wind is high MMR meta. I'm saying that I don't recognize this meta, so it must be, you know, I'm just kind of memeing that the high MMR meta. Anything new you recently discovered about the Netherlands? Not really. Not really. Is this safe lane Quap or Weaver? Not too sure. That is a weird looking Undying. Wow. 7 wins in a row before this match. I think we're also in like a plus 29 kind of game. I'm going to check my MMR so I remember at the end. 22. Okay. Ian Ming, huh? Ming Ting. Looks like Carrie Marcy. That's Carrie Marcy. Mortal Faith is doubling.
No hells, no heavens, only this.
Ooh. Oh. I have a boots first Pudge. Hope he's dragging.
I hate life.
Marcy off lane. Yeah, I can't tell who's what. Okay. I did not consider it to be Nature's Carry. Like, I just assumed based on their lineup it was one of these other meta heroes that's like carry, but like it's Nature's Carry. Sure. That was ambitious, that's good. Dude, what are you doing, creep? I thought he was gonna drag it behind tower, not where he dragged it to. What the fuck is that? Like, I not clicking the creep. I could have pulled large there if I was better at this game. Like Quap's pulling small. Why I push the lane a bit. Try not to block his hook. Thank you. Fuck. It's a disaster, actually. I have a salve, I just need to wait for this dagger. Stupid fucking landed. I don't know where Quap is, man. Yeah, he's over at the... Fuck, that actually sucks that he took this. I'm gonna stack this and I'll walk over. I'm coming over. I get to stack gold poggers. Going good. With honestly the decision making I'm making, I feel like I'm just smurfing. Like these games feel so easy. I don't want it to like be ego though. Like I don't want to feel egotistical about it. These games just feel really easy. Look to dive him maybe. Try not to block your hook. My safe line is dead actually. I think this is a Lotus Orb game, so that's what I'll turn this Ring of Health into. For chains, dagger, armor in general. Okay, not bad I guess. I thought we could just fight that guy. The DD just made him too strong, I guess. Right after I talk about my decision making, I make that decision. I think mid tower is probably dead. Not sure what the XP is. Need to do this triple stack. I don't have TP. No TP on me. Oh, they did it. Fuck. I'm coming towards you guys. Dude, fucking battle hunger the damn creep. Was that nature's prophet TP? That was like a complete whiff of a TP. I don't really want to stack ancients. Like I could, but I'd rather stack this, I think. It's might not get it. I mean, what the just a Marcy there. These deaths are like really bad. Like right after I commended my own decision making, I just died like an idiot twice. The zombie hook class. Yeah. That's why you don't make egotistical comments like what I made. Then you're thinking about shit that isn't the game. Trying to teach you guys lessons here, you know? There we go. Got him back. Oh, come on. I missed the creep wave. I did. He like dragged it with the helm dom. Almost blinked. I blink on Kerr. One to me. No time lapse on Weaver. Jesus, I guess. I think they see us here.
You thought you had me, didn't you?
I mean, he must see us. Not ideal. Definitely needed a Lotus Orb base up. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we don't really have a carry. Like, their carry feels way more impactful despite having killed him. I mean, that's just nature's, I guess. I'm down to Smoke Pudge. You look for Marcy? Yeah, wait. I'll meet you at tier 2, I guess. Did he get his BKB? He has BKB. He has BKB now. One more. I feel like this is. I need mana regen like really badly this game. I can't TP. Yeah, I mean, TP top for the smoke. Marcy used BKB ult. I'm looking here. Okay, take that. I don't have blade mail for 20. Blade mail in 5. I'd like to wait if possible. Oh. Okay, I need to stop helping my team. They're just getting caught like noobs. Not much you can do about it, actually. I'm trying to do something about it, and it's resulting in bad things. So I'm being a noob by running. I thought I might actually be able to save that Lesh, but really, like, I think the name of this game is whoever jumps who is gonna, like, win the engagement, so. I think this Lotus will be really nice for my Leshrac as well. That hero doesn't really build dispels. I'm getting my Lotus. Really wish the Pudge had not taken that imp. I really want my Lotus. He's dead. Something, a fucking pulse. Can't see my shit. Sadly, I only have one Lotus Orb. How many people to Lotus? This is a Berserker's Call armor game for sure. I need to reset. I'm keeping base and coming back. Coming back, guys. Looking for natures? Wow, we fucking did it. I mean, I know for a fact this Lotus Orb was like the best purchase I could have possibly bought. I know that as much. It is like such a fucking good Lotus game. Coming for the shield unless you take. Huh. I want to look side lane, I think. Maybe Nature's. Oh. Honestly, I was looking top to micro the fucking illusion. So. I hate having illusion runes on like initiators because I like missed initiations because I'm microing them. I just got mine broke. Looking for Weaver, guys. BKB? That's BKB. I don't Coming one, Ranger? Ah! My bad, I missed the goal. Wait for left, I think. Okay. No BKB on Prophet. With my Blade Mill we can kill. Have to wait. Need my Blade Mill. Yeah, they know. I thought we were gonna stun him. Problem is, if I buy Octarine, I don't have a way out of Prophet Sprouts, which is a significant problem. My catapult is slowly but surely killing the... I don't want to go there. I kind of want to go Wind Waker. I'm gonna do that. The way out of Sprouts, and it's also good for my teammates. And I'm fucking rich, so I can afford to go defensive button. I'm going towards their triangle, guys. Ooh. Maybe they see me here? Okay, Pudge has Blink Ags. I really want to clear that mid wave, dude. I don't think I can. I'm gonna sit behind my guys. Yeah, I would have died if I cleared that mid wave. I have Lotus Orb for shit they throw on you. go, brah. Let's fucking go, brah. Brah. Let's fucking go, brah. Bruh. We're fucking going. Not bud, but bruh. Because we don't say bud, because people take it offensively. Bruh, bud, bruh, 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 bruh. Bruh. What illusion? He's killing zombies. The anti-battle hunger synergy. Gift shard? No. I was gonna TP if that scan hit. I want to show you guys the map. This game's pretty fun. I shouldn't have jumped in. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, he got the last hit still. Going to my Wind Ranger, boys. As Aegis. Maybe I should have taken the Battle Hunger multiplier, honestly. I have so much fucking armor. I don't want to chase people. Oh, I'm showing. Octarine's better for pushing while... I think I actually need bots too. they're gonna split us. I'm gonna buy bots too. You prevented my dunk! Fuck! I go hunt if you want to come with me, Pudge. I'm going base. We didn't get the Dadoon thing. Maybe the debuff there. Oh, I could have fucking TP'd to the hero. I knew he was gonna kill himself so fast I couldn't dunk him. 5 seconds, CP. I love how I have so much armor that when he satanics, he dies. Pretty funny. Oh. So we GG. Phase are a lot about the movement speed around the map, right? They have a lot of chasing heroes. Marcy, Quap, Ember. Weaver. Need move speed in a game like that. Frostivus chest. that I have to pay to open. Very pog. Happens to everything behind you? Yeah, I'm moving. That was a 33 MMR game. That was a lot of MMR. That was a lot of MMR. We are going to be 50%. I am going to get 50% win rate on Axe. If it's the last thing I do, man. Here I come, 50%. Fucking 50%, here we come. We will get there, boys. We will get there. Will happen.
Balance in all things.
Oof. Oof. I'm curious what Grandmaster tier Eki does against a Baden losing by 3k on Batrider. Like, in this case, I would just split push all game. What is Mr. Ekington gonna do today? Let's find out. Oh. No ult. Interesting. I didn't notice that Abaddon had no ulti. I feel like I'm like finally playing according to my knowledge. You know what I mean? Like my decisions are actually on par with like how much I know about the game. I'm like not making decisions out of like tilt or anything. I occasionally do it, but very rarely. I feel like I'm finally being consistent. I had my like one ego play in that game. Maybe two it was, where I made an egotistical comment and then I died twice. But then I refocused.
Balance in all things.
I think in the past I would not have refocused there. Like I would have just kept making mistakes because I would have beat myself up for making those two mistakes. That's cool. I don't think Ari plays Dota anymore. I feel like he played Dota for like that year and then stopped playing.
Balance in all things.
I find it interesting when people refer to gaming as not a real job. I think it's interesting. What are you eating? I had some Pringles yesterday, and I'm having like the last 20% of them. I mean, in the end of the day, like, who am I or you to decide what a real job is, right? Like, what does it even mean? The idea of a real job. Do you do what you're doing to make money? Then it's a job. There's no good jobs, bad jobs. It just is a job.
What did you learn?
What about Steve Jobs? He did the ultimate job, which is the final job, which is to, I was going to say die, but I don't know how to say it in a clever way. Has your diet changed since you moved to the Netherlands? I mean, generally speaking, food in the Netherlands is like way healthier than America. There's way less salt, fat, sugar added to things, like way less. Portion sizes are like much more reasonable. So I think just by default, you naturally will eat healthier by moving here. I think American culture makes it about as difficult as possible to eat healthily. What's the difference between job and work? So like if I say work, it's like I can use it as a verb, like I'm doing the work. But for job, your job is like you go to work and you do your job. Like work is can be a verb and a noun. Like I'm going to work, so that's a verb, that's a noun. Like work is the place that I have my job. And if I can also say I'm working. You can't say I'm jobbing. Like that, it's not a verb. I'm jobbing so fucking hard right now.
All things.
Your favorite fruit? Probably strawberries. I think strawberries are the best. What's your favorite local food? Depends on what you mean necessarily. If we're talking about restaurants in Utrecht specifically, my favorite restaurant is probably Ruby Rose, if I had to say. Like the one that I've been to the most and I just really enjoyed every time. Yeah, also work can be like I'm doing some yard work. You know, like you can say like since work is a verb, any sort of thing that is considered, you know, you also say you're working out. You know what I mean? Like you're also, it's used for things that require effort, I feel like. We have a saying that Americans eat as if they have public health care. Yeah, exactly. I mean, what's really interesting is that in America, as a self-employed person, it did cost me a lot to have, like, adequate health insurance. But in the Netherlands, it's like €100 a month or something. It's like €110 a month for health insurance. So there's a lot of things about Europe, or Netherlands specifically, that the taxes are higher, but Cost of living is generally lower. Eating out is lower. My experience. I've noticed that when I went to America, that tips add up a lot. Like, tips just add 15% to literally everything. And it adds up so much. Typical Dutch food? I mean, there's no such thing as, like, Dutch food. Dutch food is, like, stroopwafels, fucking, bitterballen, olieballen, like, fucking just fried shit. You like it? It's okay. Yeah, like a good, I'll just say stroopwafel. A good stroopwafel is quite yummy, yeah. Yeah, I mean, one motto that or like one lesson that I've learned recently is that any action that we do that is out of obligation, guilt, shame, basically any other reason than we think it's what is like the fulfilling thing to do, leaves like a sour taste in our mouth. And I feel like I love tipping when I really appreciated the service and I just want to give them a tip to show appreciation for their service. But this like obligatory tipping, it really ruins tipping, I think. Like, tipping goes from like a appreciation to a bitter obligation. And I really despise that about tipping. Like, the idea that I'm giving you extra money because I feel like I have to is... Oh, man, that's so flawed, man. Isn't it you choosing to be bitter? I mean, the way I react to it, for sure. Waiters are not above mistakes. I'm not sure what that means in this sense. Like, waiters are not above mistakes. I said nothing about, like, the performance of the waiters on average or anything like that. I'm saying that if I really appreciate your service, I tip you. If I don't, I don't. Cringiest tipping. Honestly, I strive for the day that I go to a place and there is a thing that blocks me from being able not to tip, and I say, "Excuse me, I'm not able to type 0 here." I cannot, like, I feel like that's me having finally transformed. Like, that's like the final boss for my people-pleasing nature. Just politely just say, "Yeah, excuse me, I can't put 0 here." Like, if I can make it to that where I'm comfortable just voicing a concern, which is like, hey, like, you know... And if they ask, I'd just be like, well, I believe that tipping is a choice, and I don't have a choice here. And there was nowhere on the bill, you know, if there's somewhere on the menu where it says required 25% tip, then I apologize for not reading it, you know? Because, like, if it says that, then I'll tip you, you know? My bad for not reading it, and I'll politely not come back. But, like... Like, I was in the Bahamas, and In the Bahamas, it said, like, they said, like, every charge that you have for the Atlantis, like, will have a 15% built-in gratuity. It's like, every charge will have that. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm tipping 15% every time, you know? If you think the waiter didn't try their best, there's no shame. It's not a matter of whether or not I think they tried. It's like a matter of if it seems like the right thing to do for me. Not like moralistically, but it feels like I would like to show appreciation. Like I would just be like, oh, I really appreciated this, you know? So I'll tip you. It has nothing to do with them being like good or bad at waiting. You know what I'm saying? In the UK, tipping is built in. It's a service fee. Yeah, I mean, if places want to put in a service fee and somewhere on the menu it says, we have a 15% service fee, like, you know, that's fine. Like, it is what it is. That's advertised in their price and, you know. The problem of tipping in America is because the laws allow them to be a part of the wages. So if you don't tip, you're an asshole, technically. I think that's kind of the problem, in my opinion, is that the sentiment is that the person not tipping is the asshole. The fact that you're moralistically judging somebody for not tipping is... It's interesting, right? Like... Moralistically, I'm judging you for not giving more money than you agreed to pay when you bought this stuff. I always argue that by tipping, I'm enabling a system. By effectively feeling like a foreigner nowadays, when I go back to the US, I do tip. Because I'm not there very often. But honestly, if I lived in America, I would really make it a mission of mine not to tip. It's a tough battle to fight, though, for sure. I would probably tip like 5-10% or something. Literally judging people, poor people. It has nothing to do with poor or rich. I don't think it has anything to do with it. I don't think the rich or the poor should have any different experience tipping. You either feel like it's the right thing to do to, like, meaning like you appreciate, either you appreciate the service and would like to give them a tip, or you don't. For me, that's like anything that's moralistic. For me, is a part of the problem. Any moralistic judgment made on anyone, any judgment made about them at all, you must be poor because you're not tipping. Like that's a judgment. Like I'm judging you for being poor. I'm assuming that instead of being an asshole, you're poor because I think if you don't tip, you must be an asshole or you must be poor, which is like. No, I'm not. I would like to think I'm not either an asshole or poor. I just don't want to tip you out of obligation. Can we tip over to another conversation? I've seen a lot of Helm Dub rush lately. I feel like we were enjoying this conversation. But the law opposes that? Yeah, I mean, my opinion on it all is that, you know, laws remain in place if people follow them, even if they're unjust. Like, if they're unjust laws and you follow them, that's why they stay in place, right? At the end of the day, you're choosing to follow that law. Which is not technically like a law, it's more of like a cultural norm, I guess you could say. You are making the choice to effectively enable that. You tip in the Netherlands? When I really enjoy my service on places I normally go, I like to tip like 5-10%, yeah.
Let the sky tear down the unworthy.
It does include people who can't afford to spend that money extra if they want to. What I'm saying is, in my experience, or what I'm trying to say, has literally no discussion about the amount of money that the person who is there has. Like, it's not a part of the discussion. You either believe that you would either... God, the wording that I like to use is it enriches your life to tip. And it would not enrich your life to tip if you don't have the money to spare. Like, it just wouldn't. Right, if you don't have the money, then you're gonna feel really shit tipping somebody because you're like, I need that money. Do you tip Globo couriers? I don't tip Uber Eats, no. The only time I tip Uber Eats is when I order when it's like pouring rain outside. And I'm like, I'm not getting dinner because I don't want to go in pouring fucking rain. And this guy is going through the pouring rain to deliver me this thing. So I'll tip him. Like, for me, that feels like the thing that enriches my life, to tip the guy because I know he's saving me this inconvenience. So that's usually how I do it. Not going out to eat is the way to fight that. I don't see how not going out to eat fights that any better, because if the person only gets wages by getting tipped, you're literally depriving them of the tip as well. I don't see how not going out solves this problem. Because not going out would only hurt the business if that guy made a reasonable hourly wage, irregardless of his tips. I can't possibly see the argument for not going out as a way to deal with that. You have a bike and ride it a lot now that you are in the Netherlands. I ride a bike, I'd say at least 5 days a week. I ride a bike a lot. I've never done a 72-hour fast, no. Whatever you give, you get. What does that mean exactly? Like, I'm not sure what he means by that in this context. What grinds my gears is that pizza places charge a delivery fee and they expect you to tip the driver. Okay. So I'm going to give a disclaimer because it seems like it's either the way I talk or the way people perceive it. I'm not actually sure at this point because I'm still new to this. The lesson I have learned recently, the disclaimer is that I'm not telling you if you don't do this that I think something's wrong with the way you do things. That's the disclaimer. What I have found, the lesson I've learned recently, is that if I do anything for any reason that involves feeling like I have to, feeling like I'm obligated to, or I will feel shame or guilt because I don't do it, because I fear the punishment or repercussions of not doing it. If I do anything for that reason, I will be unhappy. And upon reflecting on that for like 3 or 4 weeks now, what I've done is that every time I do something, I ask myself why I'm doing it. Like, what is the reason? And the resounding conclusion I have made is that everything that makes me upset, or everything that I feel upset about, is something I'm doing for some other reason than I want to. Which is so interesting. It's like, I think this person expects me to do it. I think society expects me to do it. I'll feel moralistically guilty if I don't do it. You know, stuff like this. And those seem to be like the really common reasons that I'm doing things. And what I've noticed also is that in the past, I really had this negative relationship with like doing household chores and stuff. And living with my girlfriend currently, who I feel like we have really open communication and dialogue about things, I've found myself doing chores around the house without even like thinking about it. Like, I remember I did dishes last night after she cooked dinner, and like in the past I would have done the dishes because I felt like I had to because she cooked dinner. But this time I was just like, oh, if I don't do the dishes, she'll have to do the dishes, and I really appreciate that she cooked dinner, so I'm just gonna do the dishes. Like, it's so funny because in the past I would feel like doing the dishes was a requirement because she cooked dinner, so I have to do the dishes. And then I developed a bitter relationship with doing the dishes. And I always wondered, like, why do I have a bitter relationship with doing the dishes? And it's because I felt like I had to, rather than wanting to, which is just so interesting. So interesting. I see. So you're saying that the way that not going out to eat punishes effectively the business as well as the waiter, while going out and not tipping only punishes the waiter. I guess that's a fair argument. That makes sense. What I wanted to know really is, what is your opinion on American hot dogs? I never really liked American hot dogs very much. Like, when I lived in America, I wasn't a huge fan of hot dogs. That reminded me of Monsters, Inc., where laughter gives more energy than scaring people. That was a great movie. I haven't seen that in a long time. I'm gonna quickly go to the restroom, and I'm gonna... And thank you for sharing that memory. That's a cool reference. I'm gonna be right back. Stay away from pork at all costs. I love pork. Honestly, pork or pigs and chickens really drew the short end of the short straw. Now, I remember having this like, somebody brought this up like a while back, and it's like, man, how unlucky is it to be an animal that tastes so good? Like, that's so unlucky, man. Like, if you just taste like shit, we won't eat you. You know what I mean? Like, just unluck. Unluck. So another like interesting realization I had was that sometimes I had like a bitter relationship with Dutch. Like I didn't really want to learn Dutch. And what it actually stemmed from was that I was doing Duolingo and I'm like, and it felt like I had to do my Duolingo. And the reason that I felt like I had to do my Duolingo was a combination of I have like a 400-day streak. I have to keep it. But also because when I started dating my girlfriend, she got me into doing Duolingo, and initially it was like a really fun way for us to like bond over things. Like we just like would send each other little memes about things we learned and stuff. And I realized that I was afraid of like devaluing her by quitting Duolingo. And so this was like last week. I just went up to her and said, hey, I'm realizing that I'm actually only still doing Duolingo because I was worried about like devaluing something that you showed me and that I've learned a lot from and that I really appreciated when we were getting together. And would it bother you if I just quit Duolingo? And she's like, she kind of gave me this look of like, why would that bother me? And then I was like, oh, okay. I'm just making this shit up in my head. And then I just quit Duolingo. And now I'm noticing I'm like way more enthusiastic about going to my Dutch lessons. And then I'm way more enthusiastic about just like seeing a Dutch word or hearing a Dutch word and like trying to understand what it means or like see what the context is. So it's just really funny because I wouldn't really call what I just said to be empathetic. Like me projecting her expectation on myself, I wouldn't consider that empathetic. Like I would consider that to some degree like a people-pleasing behavior. A people-pleasing anxious behavior is how I would probably define that if I could. You were worried she'd be upset. Yes, that's an anxious behavior in my opinion, not a empathetic behavior. Empathy, in my opinion, is seeing her upset and meeting her at that level and seeing how she feels and asking and talking to her about it. I don't think anticipating feelings is empathy. With pork, I always found it funny that while some cultures don't eat it, in Europe it was considered nobles' food. How do you play Primal Beast? Every time I tried playing him, it feels like a different archetypal playstyle-wise from other offlaners. Maybe the only offlaner that is similar to it play is Mars. I would say Primal Beast is very different from Mars. I would say that he matches in the laning stage heroes like Centaur, and like creep cutters like Axe potentially. The biggest thing about Primal is that he has really high strength gain and innate armor from his third spell and a built-in dispel. So usually your job is to just run the fuck in and live through it. Empathy is reacting to something. Being anxious is imagining something and reacting to that imagination. That's a good distinction. I agree with this. I agree. I'm actually getting in high level games now. This is pretty exciting. I guess I've eclipsed the threshold to get into good games. The thing about it, Narco, is that I did it for like 450 days. I think that was my streak. But towards like probably around the 300 mark, 350, I started feeling like it was an obligation. And what's really interesting about that is that because I kept doing it out of obligation, it soured my relationship with Dutch, which I think is really interesting. I think that is insanely interesting. It's very different if my girlfriend at some point said, it really means a lot to me that we do Dutch together. Something like that, right? But she never said that. I created the meaning, and I projected her expectation that she didn't have. You know what I mean? So, like, if at some point she had said to me, it's really important to me that we do Dutch together, then, like, that's empathy, I would say. Because then I'm like, I understand it's really important to you, and I'm wondering, you know, is that still the case? Because if it's important to you, it matters to me that that's important to you. You know what I mean? Empathetic is the meaning Carl Jung gives, which is a person that basically cares too much. Interesting. I view empathy as a very good thing. I view caring too much as a very, like, I don't want to say good. I would say it gives me happiness to be empathetic. It does not give me happiness to care too much. That's a better way to word it. Right and wrong does not exist, my friends. Right and wrong does not exist. Okay.
Mambo, mambo, уматили, mambo.
Mambo.
Да, это жестко.
Mambo. Mambo. Mambo.
Да, это жестко.
Mambo. We're at the point where people make money from Dota, so they all have fucking voice lines. I feel like in my other games, people don't have voice lines. That's my voice lines. Okay, I gotta focus up. They have a lot of single target damage. I definitely have to go Manta this game. I feel like I would really like to go, like, Radiance Manta, honestly. If I have a decent start, I believe I'm gonna buy Radiance. Like, Helm into Radiance. If I don't, I'll probably just have to go straight Manta. Probably like Manta, Basher, Blink. Something like that. Way too good of a Manta game, for sure. Against Slardar, Dazzle, TA, Doom. A lot of stuff to single target, and a lot of stuff to disjoint, and... so... yeah, we got 3. Nice. I haven't seen a Slardar in a while. Is this guy dead too? Nice. We love to see that. How much damage does a rebound do? 75. If I have Baboka supporting me? Oh, dude. This is when I am so happy. Like, I am just so happy to be playing with, like, professional players again. I feel like I have not played with professional players in, like, a year and a half. This is, like, really fun. I only missed 1 creep for all that.
Mambo, mambo.
Come on,
Mambo, mambo. Mambo.
Wanted that deny. Ooh. Not bad. Too strong.
Mambo, Mambo, mambo. Umatili,
I don't want to go there. I don't think we can contest them. Lane's just too strong. How do we miss that deny? I don't think we ever fight them. Have my helm. I'm not sure if he wants me to go with him when he does this. I actually don't know what he wants from me. I don't know if I'm like just thinking he's doing that or it's actually what he wants. I know he's Baboga, so he doesn't speak like fluent English. I've noticed that TA safe lane seems really tough for this hero. Well, I also could have flown myself the courier like instantly, I realized. With my passive, I didn't consider that. Maybe that would have made a difference, actually. It actually probably would have 4 armor.
mambo, mambo. Umatili, mambo.
Dude, voice lines are...
Mambo, mambo.
Dude, Baboga, don't make me mute you, bro. Mambo. I mean, I guess he can't make me do anything, but don't entice me to mute you. This guy has 2 kills, I'm 0-2. This is classic.
Да, это жестко.
Mambo. Oh, it's a mid doom. What's my storm doing? I have a Grandmaster tier morph. Yeah, TA seems really tough for Marcy, actually. Unless my 4 has damage over time, maybe. Like, if my 4 is like a Dazzle. Or like a Jakiro or Leshrak or something.
Mambo, mambo. Umatili, mambo.
Is she saying Mambo or Mango?
That
Umatili,
was
mambo.
that was perfect.
The fact that I've struggled against TA twice and I've also had it picked against me twice kind of tells me like it's probably a bad matchup. That not. Oh, what? Tried to toss the range. Fuck. He's invading. Yeah, TA seems really rough. I probably need a sentry. Is he buying one? Yeah, he bought one. I'm not nearly as familiar with matchups on Marcy as I am on Axe, for instance. Too slow, man. Can I get the range?
Mambo, mambo, umachiri, mambo, 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 umachiri, mambo.
One of the XP. Am I gonna miss this? Ah!
Слардар типа мид. Отменил.
Mambo, mambo, umachiri, mambo, 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 umachiri, mambo.
How did I miss that, actually? Slardar TP'd. I knew Willow TP'd, I did not know Slardar TP'd. I guess it makes sense, he's more likely to TP because I have a Quap in the safe lane, so... just like she'll, loot Slardar out. It's a Quap support, of course, but... I can TP. I need to be using buddy thing or whatever more often. Can you like attack the whatever, dude. Now that I think about it, I should always take mana regen on Marcy. Raindrops don't really do anything here. Do I ever consider soaring? Cooldown's 100. Yeah, I guess soaring is actually pretty nice. Armor too. Actually, I'll just use my courier delivery thing to get it. I thought my creep died actually. Ah. Ah, the ice armor group was actually way better. Link dagger, huh? Why did you go that way, bro? What is wrong with you? Coming. Focus.
Mambo, mambo, omatiri, mambo, 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 omatiri, mambo.
Holy shit. I set this up. Go team. I love high MMR games because you can have deaths like this and it doesn't like cost you the game. Yeah, let's pop on dude. Ah, I didn't mean to level that. Coming.
Добей, блядь.
Seconds cooldown. It's actually like nothing.
Mambo, 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 omatiri, mambo.
Oh my god, I tried to take the fucking... I tried to take the ice armor, man. I literally misclicked.
это жестко.
Mambo, mambo. Omatiri, mambo. Mambo, mambo. Omatiri, mambo.
I guess that was just bad. That was just bad, I guess.
Mambo, mambo. Omatiri, mambo. Mambo, mambo.
I didn't think with the heroes showing without Doom they could kill me. But they can, apparently. As long as they don't get Roche off that, then my death is fine. Probably by detection. Does this guy have Glimmer or anything? No. Yeah, so. Just in case. I don't think these can be dominated anymore, right? Okay. Maybe we take wisdom? Okay. I doomed my crew. I actually don't know if that was intentional or not. Like, maybe he was just, like, jokingly ending the game, you know? GG! Mango, mango. You just start dart. Usually you go 1-0-1 and then you max out your rebound. That's usually how it goes. I have 2 tags in the dojo channel. What are your thoughts on the hero pool? I think all I really know for sure is like the meta heroes. Anything that builds Helmdom, Beastmaster, Lycan, Marcy. Not sure about Faceless Void, if he'll be picked in competitive. I think he will, but only by like Faceless Void specialists. I'm pretty certain Quap will get picked. She's still like a very good flex pick between support and like mid, I guess. I think Natures will see play. I mean, I think there's going to be a decently wide hero pool, but I think those are kind of the like meta defining heroes right now. I think we'll see a lot of Lion as well. I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing more Lion. We'll definitely see more Dazzle. Do you think you played poorly at the start because of the players you played with? So it's one of those situations where I projected his expectations onto myself, where I saw him go and I'm like, oh, I should go. When, for all I know, he's just nightmaring them for the sake of harassing and like threatening them and making TA react or something. So it's like, it's my job to know the limits of my hero, right? So if he nightmares them and I go in and die, it's like, you know, I asked myself why I was going in. Did I think it was a good idea, or did I feel like that's what he wanted me to do? And I did it because I thought that's what he wanted me to do, which is just stupid. I'm like assuming what he wants from me, which is not good. Oh, I'm dropping frames. Did I drop like a shit ton of frames just now? My game like lagged. I think I played poorly at the start because of projected expectations upon myself. I feel like that game was another like plus 30 or something. That was plus 27. We're almost there, chat. Almost there. Seems like you want it to be seen to be doing the right thing. Yep. Probably about right. I am assuming that he has an expectation that I have no way of confirming one way or the other that he has. And regardless, I didn't think it's a good play, so I shouldn't be doing it. Like, meaning, or like, I want to make plays that I think are good. And if I don't believe the play is good, no matter what he thinks, you know, it's my responsibility to be disciplined, right? What do you mean that's stupid? I mean, I try not to use words like stupid, but I still do sometimes. Because it's easier. Generally speaking, it does not serve my best interest to do what I think my teammates want. when I don't agree with it or believe in it. And they also have not explicitly communicated to me anything. So there's no reason to assume what they want. Like, I don't think that serves me any positive way. I mean, most of my behaviors are driven by anxiety and shame. Most of my behaviors. I've realized that. And usually I can tie it back to shame or anxiety. In this case, anxiety. I'm at my highest MMR currently. I've been higher rank before, but not higher MMR. When I was playing pro, I was ranked 40 EU. And when I was, like 2 years ago, I was ranked like 250 EU. I think I cracked 200 at one point, like 2 years ago. Yeah, I mean, like, I have no doubt that I can just continue climbing, but I don't know exactly where the peak is. I think there's really no way to know until I hit it. So, and then we'll have to learn something new. Right now, I'm just consistently applying what I know and reflecting on times where I feel like my mentality is... I guess I'll have to keep an eye on it. It's been a long time since I've had internet issues. Hopefully it does not persist. It definitely seems like it's on my end. It also seemed like he did a pretty good job of trying to get you to just play your game. Yeah. He definitely... I mean, generally speaking, pro support players, at least, aren't very toxic. They're usually pretty good at effectively communicating. It's like generally a requirement of professional support players. But I never want to assume anything. I think it's very good that he communicated like that. At no point did I feel like judged or assessed by him. It's just something that a lot of Dota players do. They judge you when you mess up. Oh, my internet is dropping. I'm gonna restart the stream, guys. It usually takes my internet like 3 minutes to reset. But for whatever reason, my internet is causing issues. So I'm gonna reset the stream. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Sorry about that, guys.